Savannah Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best cranked up the heat on Instagram yesterday. The reality TV star shared a sizzling snap of herself rocking a revealing top with a plunging neckline that put a generous amount of cleavage on full display. Unsurprisingly, this sexy snap was well received as it left her 2.2 million followers drooling all over the comment section. Savannah Chrisley left her fans doing a double take with a seriously sexy snap on Instagram yesterday. Just a few hours ago, she rocked a revealing top and some gorgeous hair extensions. Her makeup game was also on point for the photo, which most would agree isn't too surprising considering she's the owner of a cosmetic brand now. The photo oozed risk vibes as she tilted her head to the side and raised her eyes. Her mouth was pursed just slightly enough for a hint of her purely white teeth to be visible. She rocked large golden hoops that paired well with her gorgeous and revealing top. Fans admitted in the comments they wondered where the top came from. Likewise, most acknowledged there was no way to tell if Savannah was rocking a gorgeous top or a flattering dress in this photo because it cut off just above her voluptuous bosom. The sizzling snap acquired over 35,000 likes and over 600 comments in just 24 hours since she posted it. As those who have followed her recent dramatic changes to her hair know, most Chrisley Knows Best fans prefer Savannah with long hair. They were devastated and frustrated when she chopped it all off. So they were thrilled to see her gorgeous face with such long locks rolling down her neck and back. One follower opted to defend and praise Savannah in their comment. Here's what some of her other followers had to say. Some noted they were thrilled she and Nick were officially back together. Others were at a loss for words and stuck to simple heart and clap emojis in the comments. What did you think of this sexy snap of Savannah Chrisley? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. And keep coming back for the latest on the Chrisley Knows Best family. Savannah Chrisley sparked buzz on Instagram with a new post, radiant skin, silk bordering on scandal, and a top so daring the neckline seemed to rewrite the rulebook. Her followers were treated to a masterclass in confidence, style, and the art of bold minimalism, proving yet again that fashion doesn't always whisper, it roars. The picture opens with Savannah seated against a soft, blurred backdrop, perhaps a private terrace or lush garden that's just out of focus. The golden hour has found her, bathing her in honeyed light that plays off every curve, every contour. She's wearing a top made of something light, silky, maybe even slightly luminous, the kind of fabric that drapes, clings, and moves with intention. And the neckline. It plunges, deep enough that it frames the skin between her collarbones, dipping into a dramatic V that speaks more of daring than decorum. There's no speech, no caption, just presence. Sometimes silence is the loudest statement. Savannah tilts her head just slightly, a subtle gesture that elongates her neck, lets the light sketch shadows along her jawline. Every chain on her neck, each hoop in her ear, catches a flicker of glare. Her hair falls, long, glistening, flowing, possibly strung out over one shoulder, the other bare, or maybe cascading both ways. But either way, it's part of the performance. Her shoulders are relaxed. There is no tension, no forced pose. She leans just so, perhaps one hand on her thigh, the other reaching toward the hood of a chair or the armrest of a chaise. The body language is nonchalant, yet every inch of her is calibrated to charm. Skin shows, not in excess, but exactly enough. The line between bold and graceful is razor thin here, and she balances it beautifully. The plunging neckline isn't just about revealing, it's about framing. Skin becomes contrast, exposure becomes artistry. Her torso, even glimpsed only partly, appears toned, the collarbones carved, the shoulders sculpted. Her posture affirms strength. She owns it. Makeup is soft. Lacquered lips maybe with a peach or rose tint. Eyes defined but not overdone, lashes fluttered, brows drawn to perfect arches. There's a glow on her cheekbones, a dewy finish that suggests either hours of prep or that thing genetics grants some people, probably a mix, Jewelry picks are minimal but strategic. Perhaps long, dangling earrings or a statement hoop. Maybe a pendant that rests at the cusp of the plunge, drawing attention to the line where cloth ends and skin begins. Her nails might be done, a gentle neutral or soft pink, the kind that doesn't distract, but complements. The lighting, warm. The shadows, soft. Everything intentional. The shot isn't about shock. It's about communicative style. The kind that makes hearts beat faster not because you're scandalized, but because you're mesmerized. Comments from fans flood in, heart emojis, fired emojis, declarations. Stunning. Yes, queen, take my like. Some wonder where the top is from, link please. Others praise her confidence. A few mention the way light hits her skin, the way the fabric drapes. Others note that this kind of look empowers, acknowledging her beauty while respecting her as someone in control of her image. Fashion analysts might weigh in on how this look compares to her earlier style. More daring, trend-forward, less about cover-up and more about statement. Some may see it as her embracing her adulthood, stepping into her boldness, redefining her boundaries. And the silence, the choice not to caption, lets the image speak, leaves room for interpretation, leaves room for impact. This photo isn't just about a revealing top, it's about owning oneself. It's about knowing that what you show and what you hold back both matter. For Savannah, this is more than style. It's a declaration. When followers scroll through feeds stuffed with filters, slogans, and product placements, this moment stands out. A deliberate pause, a designer's cut, a confident breath. Savannah Chrisley has long been a staple of the spotlight. Reality TV star, entrepreneur, and influencer with an ever-growing audience hanging on her every post. But on this particular evening, she didn't need to say a single word. One photograph did all the talking. In an image that has since taken over social media, Savannah appeared in a show-stopping, sultry ensemble. A silky, daring top with a neckline that dove deep, balancing perfectly on the edge of risque and refined. No caption, no interview. Just an arresting image that redefined the power of silence and self-assurance. Let's unpack the energy, elegance, and undeniable sizzle of this now iconic moment. The shot that broke the internet set against a backdrop of twilight amber, or perhaps the golden tones of a private lounge. The picture captured Savannah in a way that was both raw and refined. The focus wasn't on where she was, it was on how she was. She didn't need a bustling red carpet or a flash-heavy paparazzi wall. Her energy filled the frame all on its own. She wore a top that dared the eye to linger, deep cut, made of silk or something similarly sumptuous, clinging just enough to frame her torso like sculpture. The neckline plunged low, lower than we've seen in past posts, revealing not just skin, but confidence. Her collarbones stood out elegantly, while the gentle sheen of the fabric caught light like water catching sun. No accessories distracted from the plunge, just tasteful simplicity, every detail designed to draw the viewer in. No flashy labels, no unnecessary styling flourishes, just bold, clean fashion and Savannah's signature, "I know who I am" aura. Owning her image, this wasn't just about an outfit. It was about control. In a world where young women in the spotlight are often hyper-analyzed, overexposed, or misrepresented, Savannah has learned the art of steering her narrative. She didn't pose for approval. She posed with intent. Her expression said it all. Lips gently parted, not smiling, not pouting, just existing in the moment. Her eyes locked with the camera, or maybe slightly above it, creating a sense of distance that said, "You can look, but you don't get everything." That's the real tease, the restraint, the mystery. Body language played a critical role. One shoulder slightly forward, head turned just enough to create angles that flattered while giving off the impression of movement. A tilt here, a twist there. She knew how to create rhythm and stillness, a rare skill that models spend years mastering. Fashion meets empowerment for Savannah. Fashion has always been more than clothing. It's armor, it's celebration, it's communication. This look, though revealing, wasn't an invitation. It was a message. a statement of feminine power, confidence, and choice. In an age where empowerment and exposure often walk a fine line, Savannah walked it like a runway. Her top didn't scream for attention, it commanded it. The difference is subtle, but crucial. This wasn't about validation, it was about expression. That silk top, with its dramatic plunge, framed her femininity in a way that was fearless. Some might call it provocative, others might call it art. Savannah would probably just call it her.